ask, is Celsius's business model sustainable and scalable?
Well, I think we proved that it's scalable, right? I mean, 14 billion going to 15 next month, to 16 or 17 the month after. So if anyone has proven that yield, again, we're not lending and borrowing. A lot of companies call us lending and borrowing. 90% of what we do is pay you interest.
Yeah.
We are in the interest payment business. We're in the yield business. Yeah. We've proven that yield is scalable. Oh, there's a whole industry being built around it, right? So there's maybe 50 billion worth of DeFi. Out of that, Celsius is the largest single player. 15 billion, 15 billion out of 50, right? And growing fast, right? Adding $1 billion a month, but all by ourselves.
How much money did we raise to support that? You know, do we have billionaires who pay for this?
We, unlike BlockFi, who has 16 billionaires who spent 700 million to date, we've raised 50 million in ICO and 20 million from all of you guys. It's a total of 70 million to build all of this. And we already paid back over 350 million. What is it now? Like,
yeah, whose counts?
I think it's probably even more now. Yeah.
Log into the app because the app says that. You have your thing?
I think it's this week alone, we've been paying 9 million plus.
Yeah, almost 10 million this week.
It's a new record. So yeah.
Yeah. So the point is that yes, it's scalable, and yes, it's sustainable. Why? Because unlike all of our competitors, without exception, they all lose money paying you interest. Celsius is the only profitable business in this category because our business model does not rely on one strategy like BlockFi or on one industry like most of DeFi, which is just Ethereum farming or DeFi. Right, we operate on 14, now 15 different blockchains because we included the Polkadot.
Yeah.
So 15 different blockchains, 45 different assets, 5 different sources of income, completely separate sources of income, right? Where most people rely on just one. So when something happens on one, we just take the assets from there and move them somewhere else.
So speaking of that, or go ahead, Nuke.
You have the numbers for us.
Sorry.
How much we save people in withdrawal fees?
Before I mention, hold on, I want to explain something about this page in the app, the community page. These are not numbers that come from VJ and the marketing team. These are drawn directly from the database. You know, this is from our system. This was designed by engineers, not by marketers or business development. So we have we crossed the 79,000 bitcoins.
This is without the institutional stuff.
Without institutional.
This is just retail 79,000.
You guys, that's you guys.
Right.
And deposits 10 billion and 200 without.
That's without any sell token or institutional, right?
Correct. Sell token made 7,000 plus % cent in sell pay. Oh, total community earn 300. Oh, we crossed the 350 million.
You see, I knew it. I said 350. I didn't even look at it. I can read the numbers right from the database. 350 million, 797,000.
So if you think we can do that, you know, with our own money, you don't. You
mean like being scammers or being?
Maybe you keep saying 300 million or something.
That's right. We're just using my money. Now my holdings in Celsius are now over 350 million. So,
yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So Alex is giving you his money.
No.
Okay.
We earn it. And we pay you 80%, up to 80%. And,
so, you know, I did an internal AMA today to the tech team. And I told them, look, you know, for Celsius as a staff, you need to discover how good of a service we built because this is amazing.
It's magic.
It's magical. Really. It's magical for the employees, not just, you know. So everybody's on the same bus, you know. You should be bus. Yeah. So,
Yep. Okay, before we go to the next question, there was a great video from Michael Saylor where he was mentioning us and kind of like the future of this whole lending and borrowing space in crypto. So if we could show that video, it was really interesting.
Talking about that there's several companies out there that are riding on the blockchain right now, whether you're looking at companies like BlockFi or someone like Celsius.
The success of BlockFi and Celsius is going to draw the other banks into this. And I think it's inevitable that the big banks, the JP Morgan, the Morgan Stanley, they're going to want to enter this space in order to keep their customers. And then you've got the nimble banks, the Celsius and the BlockFi, and they're going to tweak the less nimble banks.
I'm getting very excited about them. I've had a chance to kind of break down Celsius.
I think he's just very jealous that we have more Bitcoin than him.
But actually, I have something serious to say about that. If you're new to crypto and you say, "Oh, I've been only 6 months in crypto," Michael Saylor 5 months ago knew nothing. Nothing.
Right.
He's talking like he's an expert.
Talking like he's Satoshi Nakamoto. 5 months ago, so he knew nothing. He said that this is junk. It doesn't work. So
that's right. So, but he's a great ambassador for crypto, and he bought a big stash himself, and then he went screaming at everybody, "Hey, come get some Bitcoin!"
You got Elon Musk. You got Elon Musk.
Exactly. Come make my bags much bigger. We
need more guys.
And he just made it to the Forbes 400 list, I think. So that's what you need to do.
It's the easiest money ever.
Exactly.
Made,
you got to copy Michael Saylor. You got to buy Bitcoin, and then you got to go to all your friends and tell them, "Hey, come get some Bitcoin."
Yeah.
It's simple. Look, I think like an engineer, right? So to me, it's simple. Inflation is coming. Assets are going up.
Right. Asset prices.
Asset prices. If I was, a CEO of a company that has a few $1 billion, I would say, hey,
Yep, for sure.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Same deal. Okay, number 4 on this list. This is the most frequent questions. Number 4 is, how is it possible for you to only charge 1% on loans and pay 10.5% to users?
Very easy, right? So when you look at it and you say, you cannot charge somebody 1% and pay 10%, right? That makes no sense whatsoever. And that is true. But you have to remember that to get 1% loan, you have to give us 4 times the collateral, right? And we still earn on the collateral. So you want $10 worth of borrowing, you have to give us $40 worth of collateral. We go and we earn 5-6% on each one of the 4 segments, right? Each Bitcoin or each Ethereum, right? We earn 5 or 6%. Because we have 4 times as much as we lend you, we have 4 times leverage, meaning it's 4 times 5, meaning 20%. We earn 20%. We charge you only 1%, right? So it's 21. Then we have cost of capital, because with the money we lend you, we have to pay interest on. You take that out. You take out 20% out, and it actually ends up being 10.5%. Yeah. So the leverage, the way we price the 1% loan, that's why 1% does 25% loan to value ratio, or 4 times leverage. The 33% LTV loans have 3 times leverage, and the 50% LTV loans have 2 times leverage, and those are 8.95%. Right, so the rate goes up because we earn less on the collateral, and we have to charge you more on those loans. So I've explained this several times. You can watch it in AMA for the last 3 years, and it's always the same explanation. The way we do it has not changed. It's just that many of our competitors want to charge you 6 or 7 or 8% for the same service, and we can do it for less.
Yeah, and it's all about yield, right? We got really good at yield, and we don't need those fees or interest because we're so good at the other end of it. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
All right, and last one, number 5 here. What does it take for an asset to get listed on Celsius, and then what does it take for Cell to get listed on new exchanges?
I'll start with getting listed on Celsius. So we have 3 departments that need to look into it. First of all, is legal. Is this asset
not a security?
Not a security, or can it be used in the US or outside of the US? So the first one, we need all the legal guidance. The second one is the financial. Can we yield on that asset? We just talked about yield. If we cannot make any money off this asset, probably not a good place for it in Celsius. And the third one is the technology/security. you know, if our security guys say no, this looks like a bad contract or some problems, we probably won't list it. But also it needs to be on Fireblocks, our partners that provide us with the MPC rails, the fact that you're allowed to, you can withdraw and deposit. If they support it, then okay. If not, we need either to argue with them or convince them. So these are the departments that listing touches. The other side of it, getting listed. I urge you to read an article Alex wrote, what was it, 3 years ago, about the exchanges? Oh, shouldn't I mention it?
No, it's fine.
Some of them are our friends.
No.
So
it's on my, what's the name of that publication? The Medium. It's on Medium. So if you look, if you go to medium.com, I think, you search for Mashinsky, you will find that article.
Yeah. So
or Mashinsky exchanges, you'll find that.
So in 2017, during the ICO craze, they wanted like $2 million to get listed. And Alex says, no way. Why would we?
I'm still saying no way.
Yeah, exactly. So now either they pay us or we find a way to donate or something like that to the community. That's the best way.
Well, Celsius is a lot of real volume, and a lot of these exchanges are dying for volume, right? They're looking for new projects.
Yeah.
So many of them just because of our growth and our community, the size of our community, are willing to now to list for free. So we just waited it out. We just went like this, like the Muppets, and waited and waited
these
and
prices.
waited. Yeah, these prices. Exactly.
It's great.
So we just waited. We waited 3 years, while every other project that you saw from 2017 and 18 rushed and paid the fees and got themselves listed on Binance and who knows where, and had Binance dump on them because the Binance gets a bunch of tokens, and when the thing spikes, guess who sells the tokens at the top?
If you build it, they will come.
Right. So we just decided to wait, grow the community, build the product, and our community is a community of hodlers, right? They didn't need to trade the token or dump on somebody and so on. I just tweeted a few days ago asking people, hey, we just hit all-time high. Tell us your story. When did you join? And like half of the comments were people like, I bought at the ICO. I didn't sell a single sell. And now I'm a sellionaire, So those are this was built for those people, right? For the people who are hodlers.
Yeah.